Hello and welcome to Best Way Websites. In this video tutorial we will be going over the form start element, which is number 1 under the form elements. This element is required for any of our online forms to function, so it's very important to know how to use this, and it will be at the very start of every form that you make. Now, just like any other element, we drag and drop it over into our content section here. And as always, there's a label that you can use, so I'll just call this a tutorial form. These next two options are more for advanced users and really shouldn't be changed from what is on by default. Use SMTP. You can customize your SMTP settings. By default it's off and you don't need to mess with that. And then the action is the scripts/email.php script. Again, you don't want to change that unless you know what you're doing and you have your own custom script that you've written up somewhere else on a custom page. The target is where the email is going to go to, and we recommend setting up an email address something like this. The response type, whether it's a page redirect or a pop-up message. If it's a page redirect, you can select which page to redirect to. It would be typically a thank you page, or you can do a pop-up message, which is what we prefer nowadays. And this is the message that I'm going to go with. Thank you for submitting your form. We will be in touch with you soon. The email subject, which is the subject line when you get the email, we'll just say it's a website contact form. And just as an advanced tip, you can sort a rule in your email settings typically, where it will search for that subject line and sort it into a specific folder. And then the form type is another one of those advanced settings that you shouldn't need to change. Leave it at post unless you know what you're doing. Then the last two elements within here that I'm going to go over is the save data and the duplicate error message. If you have a form that you want to save some user data to make sure that they're not sending in multiple of the forms of the same type, you can tap this to yes, and then you can customize a duplicate error message, something like we notice that you're sending in another form from the same email address, something along those lines, so you don't get the same forms from the same persons. Very rarely you'll need to worry about that, but just in case, we have that option there. Then lastly, the advanced user section down here, I won't go over because it's very easy to break the form if you mess with these. So we'll just leave these blank, and then we'll save. And normally I would publish and show you what the change is like, but I actually can't do that yet because there isn't a form made. Follow along the tutorials for the form elements and you'll see the form slowly get built out. And until next time, thank you for choosing Best Way Websites.